It's coming up to 7:45. Concerns have been raised about the lack of mental health support offered to people who live and work in rural communities.
A cross-party committee of MPs are calling for the government to provide more specialist help to address the issue. Our reporter Alison Freeman is at a farm in Cumbria for us this morning. Morning to you, Alison.
Yeah, good morning, Charlie. It looks rather idyllic, doesn't it, here at Hill House? The cows in the field, the beautiful scenery. But as you were saying, that report has highlighted that there's a disproportionate problem with mental health issues with people who live in rural communities, and it's calling for the government to do more about it. I'm joined now by a couple of people who can tell me a little bit more about this topic. First of all, Ollie, you're a farmer. You lost a friend to suicide, didn't you?
That's right, yeah.
How's that changed the way that you are?
I just wanted to learn a little bit more about why he did it and what's sort of going on in his head at the time. So I did a bit of research, met a few people that had done some studies into that, and found that one of the main things is people just don't talk enough. You know, if I said to you, how are you? You'd say, oh, I'm fine. And you might not be. So I'm trying to encourage people to answer as a percentage how they feel.
What do you think of this report then? Do you think it goes far enough?
Yeah, I don't think, though, it's just all on the government to our well-being. We can all do our bits for each other.
You've done some workshops, haven't you, in the community? Tell me a bit about the work that you've done.
Yeah, so there's always a bit of the stigma around mental health. So what we were doing was we were inviting people that meet farmers and other people every day on, you know, because it's quite isolated. So the idea was you could come and you could learn how to spot the signs of depression or poor mental health in the people that they meet.
And you're doing something else, aren't you, to try and highlight the issue?
Yeah, because it's a big problem in the UK. We've got the biggest machine we can find, which is a combine harvester, and we're going to drive it on the 4th of June from John O'Groats to Land's End for the Mine charity.
And to raise awareness of the issues that are faced in communities.
Exactly, yeah.
Brilliant, lovely. Good luck with that. I'm going to wander over here now and have a little chat with Sarah. Sarah, it's your husband's farm, you live here as well, and you're also doing some research on the topic. Just tell me, what are the issues that are faced by people in rural communities?
So farmers are subject to stress each and every single day that can range from uncontrollable factors such as the weather or energy prices, government paperwork and bureaucracy, all the way through to succession issues, and the fact that they work long hours and they tend to work these hours alone can lead to the threats of social isolation and loneliness as well.
It's not just farmers though, isn't it? It's a wider community, it's their families and people who live nearby.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not just farmers, and within the farming community there's also different farming groups. So women are one huge sector within the farming community that need our support, not just women farmers but also the support network that are in place. So wives, sisters, daughters and everybody else who can not only need support but provide support to our farming communities too.
You want there to be positive change, don't you? How do you think that can happen and that people will engage with it?
We need to build resilience and we need to build different types of prevention programmes, and to do that we need to make sure that we co-design these using farmers. We need to engage farmers from the very outset to make sure that all of these support programmes that we can put in place take into account what will work for farmers so that they're trusted and be able to be implemented successfully.
So what you're saying is get the farmers involved from the start.
Absolutely, yeah.
Get them out there talking.
Yeah. Co-design them, all of the intervention programmes, get the farmers, get them talking from the very beginning, see what they want, see what they need and work with them.
When you started this research, did have there been any surprises, anything you didn't realise, or is it something that people in these communities know already?
I think the factors in farming have been long recognised, but whether the farmers are themselves becoming much more aware of them I think has been heightened since COVID. I think we're in an area where we can see positive change. We've just done some research at Northumbria University where we've had a response to a study. We had 440 women come forward who wanted to take part to talk about how to improve mental wellbeing. So it's a time for change and we need to embrace that and work with it.
Sarah, thank you so much for that. Well, we've had a response from the government who say they have already invested an extra £2.3 billion per year in mental health services across England, and that they're working with communities like the one here via their Resilience Fund. But as you can tell from the report, they still want them to do much more. And as Ollie was saying, maybe it's just a case of people needing to talk to each other. Back to you, Naga and Charlie.
Alison, thank you very much.
Time now is